Here's our first example. We'll call this example number 1. And this one right here has us plotting some points. So I'm going to start out by making sort of a place where we can actually plot some points. That looks about right. All right. So then let's make some lines on here. So technically we should have those pointing in both directions. So I'll add an arrow on the other end here. Let's change that to red. Okay, so now we're set up. Typically, I will give you a coordinate axis and a coordinate grid, and all you have to do is plot the points. All right, so let's review plotting points a little bit. Remember that it is always x comma y. The x variable is always on the horizontal axis, and the y variable is always on the vertical axis. And so we always plot this first number first, and we go horizontal with that one, okay? And so I'm just going to get some little hash marks on here. Normally, these would be on here for you, but it's good practice to do your own as well. And so just kind of putting on some little marks so that we get the spacing approximately consistent and the same. And so something like that. All right, we're approximately good. Okay, so let's go ahead and use those to kind of guide where our particular lines or our points will go. So this first one right here is -4 in the x direction, and then it will be 3 in the y direction. So I always do this one first, and this one is going to be my horizontal. All right, so this one right here is going to be side to side starting at the origin. All right, and I know this might be total review for some of us, but the first step is to start at the origin. Okay, that's a 0, 0, and we label it like this. So 0, 0 is right here at the middle. Okay, so we're going to start, and then we're going to go second step, go left or right first. Left / right. That's our first step. X units. Okay, whether it's -2 or +2 or whatever it is. All right, and then our third step that we're going to go up or down, rise or run. You could say vertical, but I'm going to say up or down. Y number of units. Okay, so that helps us kind of at least plan it out. So on what we're doing exactly. Okay, so we're going to go -4, and so I'm going to count out with -1, -2, -3. Now, often those will be on there for you. And -4. Okay. So then I don't make a mark yet, but I'm going to go up now because I know to go up because this is my positive numbers in this direction. So this would be 1, 2, 3, and 4 this way. Okay. So I went over this many. You could use your pencil to kind of sketch it out if you're doing this on paper. And then you're going to go up 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I try to track so this way and this way, right, like this. Okay, there's my point. So I went over -4 this way and then up 3 and made that point. And I'm going to label it P. You try to label it so that the letter is outside of it a little bit, so trying not to let it interfere with some of the other points. Okay, let's plot some of our other ones here. This one next is 3, 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 in that direction. I'll put my 4 on there too, but I'm going to go this way, 3, and then I'm going to go up 3, and it should be about right there. 3, 3 is 3 and 3. And so it tracks back to 3 and 3 on each of those. I like to go this way. This is kind of the way that I like to do it is I like to actually move 3 this way and then actually move 3 this way. What do we label that point? We can label that one Q, right, like that. Okay, what about R? R is -1, 4. So we're going to go left to right, -1. And then we're going to go +4, and we're going to make a point right there. All right, nice. It's a lot less work if the actual graph is given to us. Here's R right there. See how I tracked to that one by going like this and like this to -1, 4. All right. Always go left and right first for our X value, and then go vertical up and down for our Y value. We are going to be spending a lot of time graphing over the next couple months. And so we definitely want to have this down and make sure graphing is going really well for us. Okay, so S, -1, -2. So this would be, oops, that's a 1. All right, -1, -2. So then we're going to go this way and then down to here. So there's my -2. I'll put these on here. -1, -2, -3, and so on, right? So we get the idea this way and then this way. So essentially what we did was we went this way over 1, -1, and down to -2, over and down, and made a point. But we need to label it, and we're going to label that one S. Now we have all of our points on here. We have P, Q, R, S on there. So what we want to do is we want to say in the coordinate plane, determine whether PQ, let's label it here. Let's label PQ. And I'm going to label PQ with green right here. And so PQ is going to be this one right here. Make it nice and large. Okay, how long is that? What's the distance of that? That's kind of what we're actually up against on the coordinate grid. It'd be nice if it had little grid marks on here for you, but I could put them on kind of like this. How many units long is this? Doesn't matter whether they're positive or negative. Just count up how many units long. So it's 3 this way, 1, 2, 3, and then also 4. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So PQ is actually going to be 7, the measurement, and sometimes we write an M in front of it to say the measurement of PQ is actually 7 units. All right. And so what's the measurement of RS? The measurement, let's use a different color for that one and do RS. So the measurement of RS, the line segment, is how long? Well, let's make it nice and dark here and then count them out. And so let's go, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 total. All right, so the measurement of this one is 6 units long. They're so close, but they are not what we call congruent. Congruent, nope, not so much. In order to be congruent, they would have to have the exact same length, and they are not. All right, move to our next example.